have an ambition? Trust your instincts. Move forward. This is your moment to shape your future, to be independent, to strengthen yourself. Your time is now. Accelerate your progress. Empowering your progress for a fulfilled life. Union Assurance.
Hi, I'm Samaakhya and I will be answering living questions today.
Hi Samaakhya, welcome to Living Gets Real. It's an absolute pleasure to have you with us today.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Most welcome. Alright, so let's start with the first question. So from rowing to water polo, your athletic journey has been pretty impressive, right? So what were some of the biggest lessons you've learned, especially through sports?
I always say this, I think it's that you don't need to be great to get started, but you need to start to be great. So whatever you have, just start doing it and you never know the outcome.
Alright, so that seems to be the motto of your life, is it?
Yeah, because otherwise it's always like it's always an idea, it's a plan, and that's the difference between it becoming a goal and I guess a dream. Because otherwise we're just dreaming about it, but if you don't work towards it, you're not going anywhere. You can go, even if you fail, that's fine, because you can get up and do it again.
Alright, nice, interesting. So was there a particular turning point that made you want to transition from an athlete to a coach and eventually build your brand, which is SMKYA?
Yes, it's pronounced as Samaakhya.
Yeah.
Not really. I think I was more focused in my sporting career, and at that specific time when I was leaving school, I was very much focusing on rowing. Yeah, I was focusing on rowing a lot, and at that time, I think I was offered to coach, and I also didn't want to just live off my parents. I wanted to earn money, to do my little things, to go out, to do other things. So I was like, yeah, why not? And that's how it started. And then it ended up being a passion, and I got into a more structured gym, or more like a corporate that was doing health and wellness. Then I studied it a little bit more, and when COVID hit, one of my friends were like, why are you still employed? Like, can't you just quit and start? And to be very honest, I was like, no, I can't do it. And he was like, okay, give me 2 weeks. I'll create the whole brand name, logo, everything. You just run the business. And that's literally how Samaakhya or SMKYA came to birth. It was actually one of my friends who had more faith in me than I had.
Alright, so COVID did some good there, I suppose.
Definitely.
It was the birth of your brand.
Yes.
As head coach, how do you design programs that work for people with very different body types and their goals and their lifestyles?
I personally I don't believe in like working out just to lose weight or to gain weight or any physical aspect. I always think your physical body, if you have a problem with it, it's a symptom to a deeper issue. For an example, if you feel like you're fat or if you feel like you're overweight, most of the time it comes from a sense of self-confidence, or it comes from the sense of you no longer can do what you used to do, so you probably can't run up the stairs, or even if you just want to go to work and party over the weekend, you probably don't have the energy to do that, and that's probably depressing you. So I tend to look at what the deeper reason is, and we work on that. It doesn't necessarily have to be psychological as well. It could be even a medical thing. It could be high cortisol that's leading into cholesterol and other issues. Why it's important to understand the why is because, or else when we look at the symptoms and you lose your weight or you gain those outer goals, internally you're still not okay. So if it is self-confidence, a lot of people in the industry you'll see have muscle dysphoria. That means they want to constantly gain more muscle mass, or they become anorexic, or bulimia, where they're vomiting or they're counting their calories in a very obsessive and unhealthy way, or they have lost weight but their cholesterol is still high, probably because it is caused by cortisol or some other issues. So when you solve the real deeper problem, even if you are not in a body type that the world would conceive that's perfect, you might be able to achieve more things in life and you'll be more content. And the best example are like Olympic athletes. You'll find the same rugger team having athletes of all sizes, weights, shapes, and performing almost very similarly. And that proves to me that your physical outer appearance is not an indication fully of your internal.
I suppose self-confidence also plays a huge part in that, right?
Yes, I think mental health and physical health go hand in hand. Because if you have a sense of mental health, you also then have the ability to do the physical actions to get your physical health. And vice versa, when you're physically unwell, it is hard to be mentally healthy as well, because you can't really do as much as you would wish or you could do.
Okay, all right. So how have your experience as an athlete influenced the way you run your business and lead your team as well?
I think the main reason where I don't look at body image is also coming from because I did sports. I don't think I've ever had a time in my life that I consistently worked out to look a certain way, or I don't think that actually came into my mind until I became an adult, because as a child I was more engrossed in wanting to win a race or prove my friends I can do something they couldn't, or so it never came from a perspective of that. And I also think sports helped me understand life better. So I always try to say working out doesn't necessarily mean you're building the discipline to be fitter, you're also building the discipline to commit to something in general. Because your mind is also a muscle, right? So when you train your mind to stick to your goals, to be disciplined in your workouts, it becomes easier to apply it into your life, whatever other area, whether it's work, whether it's education, whether it's family life, whatever your life is.
Okay, so we've come to the last question in this segment. So what's next for Samaakhya, and are there any exciting plans or new offerings that you're currently working on?
There are a few things. In a sense, I am personally, because I've realized most of my clients end up coming from mental health more than physical. So I always try to move out of it and push them across to professionals in the industry. But I've also started personally studying psychology as well. So there'll be hopefully a newer avenue, and I'll be better equipped to help everyone who comes in to work together.
Okay, that's amazing. I suppose what you mentioned earlier about physical health and mental health, that's where the synergy needs to also come in, right?
Yeah, definitely. I personally believe it.
Okay. All right, Samaakhya, thank you. We've come to end of segment 1, and we have a fun little game which has been planned for you by the team. So we'll see you on the other side.
All right.
The latest issue of Living is available at lndmall.lk. You can also access the digital version on Press Reader, Maxter, our social media platforms and WhatsApp.
Alright, Samaakhya, welcome back to segment 2 of the show, which we have the game planned out for you. So we're going to show you some visuals. These are brands of sporting brands.
Okay.
And let's see if you can guess what they are.
God
So
bless
the
me.
first one we have for you is...
Oh no, this is a running shoe brand. I know this is running shoes. Oh my god, this is so bad. Oh my god. Okay, can this running shoes work?
That's okay. Okay, so move on to the next one.
Okay. Okay, Gymshark.
Alright.
Lululemon. No, Reebok. Wrong? Oh, this is one of those newer brands, like Lululemon. Like,
That's okay if you can't guess it.
yeah, I'm
it's
just
fine.
gonna skip
Okay.
it. It's another shoe brand. They have like cricketing shoes in this. They're known for their
See
cricket
the
shoes.
shape of the.
F. FIFA? I don't know.
All right, next.
This is so bad. No, I don't know. Oh no, Speedo. That's Speedo.
Okay.
New Balance. No, North. Something North. North Face. Face something.
Okay.
Something like that. No idea. Zero idea.
All right. Thank you very much for being on the show, Samaakhya. We've come to the end of both segments. Thank you for being candid with your answers and also for taking part in the game that we had for you. So we wish you all the very best and that you would complete your plans that you have ahead, and we'll see more content coming out from you in the near future.
Thank you. And wish you all the best as well. Thank you for having me.
Thanks.
There you have it. These are my answers for the questions and the games. Be sure to check out the Living's Instagram and Facebook pages for the latest episodes of Living Gets Real.